Congrats on Final 6, guys. Only one more vote till Final 5. Yeah, all alliances aside, we've done a pretty good job, I guess so. I'm a fighter, and every day since the merge I've had to fight, because before the merge I was in quite a comfortable position, and now I'm on the bottom, and if I lose one challenge I'm going home, but I need to stay optimistic. I'm still in this game because my torch is still lit, and until my torch is out, then I'm going to try my very best to keep fighting. Well, that certainly didn't go our way. I know, but I feel like I have an idea. What's that? Well, I just have an idea. If we go up to all 4 of them individually and ask what they don't like and stuff, they might say, well, I'm kind of like getting worried about, I don't know, Georgia making a big move, or Lexi's contribution to the alliance, and then maybe we can find a crack and then get that person to vote out the other person, and hopefully we can either get a draw or even a majority vote. Kind of understand, but you're not very good at explaining it. I never have been good at giving orders. For me and Rob, it seems like Judgment Day is upon us. We're going to have to go big or go home. We've tried to do that in the last few votes, but at the moment, this is the big one, because if he wins immunity, then I'm most likely going home, and if someone else wins immunity, then those 4 won't hesitate to vote him out. So, yeah, this is it. Let's go big or go home at the moment, and I'm willing to go through with Rob's plan. And this is it, I guess. Again, it's Judgment Day. Well, if everything goes according to plan, we should make an easy Final 4. So, who do we vote out next? Well, it's pretty simple. If Rob wins immunity, then it makes sense to get rid of Marissa, and if someone else wins immunity, then basically we shouldn't hesitate to get rid of Rob. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, cool, I'm down. Easy Final 4 here. So, my game's going really well, and it only took 2 votes to get to the place I am. Took George's blindside against Stephanie to give us power, and it took my, I suppose, blindside against Gordon to get an ability to make it to the Final 4, and we're only 2 votes away from that. And at the moment, my entire plan, which was to vote out Gordon to give us power over the other side to make it to the Final 4, is working at the moment. And so far my game is going good, and I feel like I have the highest odds of winning this game. So I'm in a pretty comfortable position at the moment. Okay, girls, I think this is it. This is the right time to blindside Gavin. Yeah, so what's the plan? Well, us 3 here are good, and I have a feeling we could possibly get Rob and Marissa to flip. It might be a little bit hard to convince them because they might not trust us, but hopefully it'd be big if we could get a unanimous vote on them, hopefully. So that's my plan at the moment. Okay, I'm good with it. Sure, I'm down. Well, what do you think of that? You know, it makes sense. I mean, like, a unanimous vote would mean pretty unified Final 5, which might be a good thing. Yeah, but I've actually kind of given it some thought. Is it the smartest move to make? Maybe? Yeah, why do you wonder about it? Well, the thing is that we know Gavin more than we know Georgia and Rob, and at the same time we don't necessarily like Marissa, so there's a high chance at Final 5 that those 3 get together and vote us out. I see the concern, but at the same time we still do have 2 days to think about it, and I'm sure we'll come to an agreement later on. Strategically, at the now moment, it's strategically smarter to get rid of Gavin, but thinking forward, I have a feeling to play it safe, it's smart to get rid of Rob, or possibly even get rid of Georgia. I mean, if we get rid of Georgia, it's a bigger move on our part, which I kind of want to make a move at the moment. Like, I've seen Gavin and Georgia make moves, and I don't want to be left out of the party. But, you know, Georgia has worked so hard trying to get this plan to work over the last 4 days, and I kind of feel sad just taking it away from her, but I guess as a survivor, and sometimes you're going to have to be a little bit ruthless. Hey, Georgia. Oh, hey, Rob, I was just coming to talk to you. Really? About what? Well, I had this idea that we could potentially blindside Gavin tonight. Really? Wow, why? Well, Gavin is kind of getting too big for his britches and is making some big moves. And I'm just thinking I need to shut that down quick, you know? Yeah, I understand. So you want me to do it with you? Actually, I want you and Marissa to do it, and I can get the two girls to do it. So it would most likely be a unanimous vote and a united final five, which could possibly be a good thing. Yeah, well, I'm down for it. So cool, I guess. Yeah, well, I thought you'd think about it, as people normally do. No, I'm down for it. Like, I just feel like I have nothing more to give in this game, so at this point, I'm willing to do anything. Well, that was sure easy. I didn't think flipping Rob would be that easy, and if Rob's willing to flip, then so will be Marissa. So at the moment, my plan is sitting pretty, and Gavin has no idea. Hopefully no one tells him, but I'm willing to believe that no one will. Well, the first person I talked to is willing to flip on her original alliance, and that's great. And the good thing is I trust Georgia, because if you remember previously in the game, that me and her used to be in an alliance, which is good. But I am a little bit skeptical about the fact that she is willing to flip. She flipped on Stephanie, who was part of our alliance, and now she's flipping on Gavin, who was part of her alliance. Not to mention she also flipped on Gordon and Jamie, who were also part of her alliance. So what's to say at Final 5 she won't flip on me because of how big of a threat I am? Hopefully that doesn't happen, but as I said, at this point I'm willing to try anything. So this is pretty good for my game. Are you ready to get your 5th individual immunity challenge of the season? Yeah. Okay, for today's challenge, you're going to hold on to the rope. Yep, and that's basically it. If you fall off, you're out of the challenge. Okay? Seems simple. We'll draw for spots and we'll get started. Okay, everyone is in position. It looks very uncomfortable and this challenge is on. So far, everyone is doing a good job. Everyone must want it. No one's really budging. However, Marissa's really on the end of that handle strap. Could this be bad? It turns out it was. Marissa becomes the first person out of this challenge. Okay, guys, you've been up there for 30 minutes. How's it feeling? Yeah, this challenge sucks, Jeff. I'm just gonna say it. Well, you're just gonna have to hang in there. That's really annoying. Yeah, you like that. Sandra falls. She's the next one out of this challenge. We have Georgia, Lexi, Gavin, and Rob left fighting for immunity. Gavin can't hold on much longer. He's the next person out of this challenge. You guys have been going for 1 hour. Keep it up. Georgia falls. She's the next one out of this challenge. We now have only Lexi and Rob fighting for immunity. So far, they're still staying strong. And Rob falls, meaning Lexi wins her first individual immunity challenge of the season. Congratulations, Lexi, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 5. As for the rest of you, tribal council tonight, where somebody will be the 11th person voted out of this game. It will not be you. Alright, got nothing else for you guys. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. See you tonight. Oh, this is an incredible feeling. This is totally girl power. Because for the first, 5 immunity challenges, we've only had boys win. So this is a great thing to happen, and I'm just ecstatic. Losing the immunity challenge sucks. This is the worst feeling ever. I mean, I don't even 100% know if Georgia was telling the truth. I know she's smart. She could have been pulling a fast one on me to give me false hope. Because I'll be honest, I didn't really think I needed to win that immunity challenge today, so I didn't go my hardest. I mean, I could have gone a lot harder. But the fact that Georgia told me that she was gonna get rid of Gavin made me think that I realistically don't have to win this immunity challenge. But at the same time, I'm thinking now that thinking may have just screwed my game up. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna get some water. I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye, Gavin. Okay, while he's gone, we need to talk. About what? Well, I did talk to you before. How do you feel about getting out Gavin? I just need to be sure. Well, I'm good. This is really reassuring news. I was a bit worried. But yeah. What about you, Melissa? I'm fine with it, as long as we stay. Cool. If we all work together, we should have a unanimous vote against Gavin. So, what do you think of that? It's pretty good news, right? Yeah, I don't really buy it. I mean, like, why are they all of a sudden trusting us? Well, like, I mean, yeah, you've got a point, but at this point, there's really not much else we can do. I mean, like, we just got to put faith in them, and, I mean, like, I trust Georgia, you know? I was with her in an alliance with her before the merge, so I trust her. I mean, we got to swing for the fences a bit. It's going to be a risky game. It's going to be a risky move, but I guess you're right. So, you know, I'm not 100% sure that Georgia is really telling the truth, but, you know, Rob is right. It makes sense to swing for the fences at this stage. I mean, like, we really don't have a plan B, so we just got to go with plan A, and if it works, we're back at a good chance of winning this game, but I'm a little bit skeptical, so I need to keep my eyes open for a potential better move we can make. So, at the moment, between now and Tribal Council, it's about seeing if there's another move to be made. Okay? If we all work together tonight, we can get rid of Gavin and have a unified Final 5. Cool. This plan seems good. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Cool, we all good? Yep. Alright, hopefully nothing bad happens. I honestly thought voting out Gavin would be much harder than this, but everybody seems on board, which is good. But I can't help but still feel paranoid that something bad's going to happen. And I'm not one to get paranoid. So, even though I feel like everyone's going to work with me, I still need to keep my eyes open for a potential flip. I don't see it coming from Cassandra or Lexi, but I potentially see it coming from Marissa. I mean, like, I didn't get the best vibes from her in the conversations. I mean, Rob seems really up for it, but I shouldn't be really worried. There isn't really any reason why one of them would flip. Hey, girl. Hey, Lexi, what do you want? I want to talk to you about the vote. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned. Yeah, me too. I mean, like, I trust Gavin more than Georgia. Same. I feel like it's probably in our best interest to consider working with Gavin and telling Gavin what Georgia's plan is. Yeah, I mean, like, Georgia's a little bit more cutthroat. She backstabbed Stephanie, who was in her original alliance, and now she's doing it to Gavin. What's to say she wouldn't do it to us? Yeah, and, I mean, like, we were on original tribes, and we were in an original alliance with Gavin, so I suppose we could trust him more. True. Well, we've still got a lot of time to think about it. So, it turns out that me and Lexi are on the same page about wanting to trust Gavin more than Georgia. So, if there's anything that can be predicted tonight is that Rob and Marissa are definitely safe, and maybe me and Lexi are, but it's going to come down on how Gavin reacts to George's plan, and if he can get the numbers. If he can't, then maybe me and Lexi are just going to have to stick with Georgia, but if he can, then maybe we're going to have to work with Gavin. There's a lot to think about tonight. Hey, girls. Hey, Gavin. So, I was just coming to talk to you. Where's Georgia? Actually, we need to talk to you in private without Georgia. Why? She wants you out, man. Really? Yeah, she just said you're her biggest threat and she needs you gone, and she's trying to get everyone on board to have a unanimous vote against you. Well, this is news to my ear. I presumed it was going to come eventually. Yeah, so she asked us to flip. We're not going to flip. We prefer to work with you. But if us two work with you, it's just going to be a tie vote. I think we could possibly flip Marissa or Rob. We're probably best trying to get Marissa. Rob seems very into this plan. Wow, okay. Well, I guess we try and flip Marissa then. That sneaky ass girl. I knew she was going to try and flip. I'm not really surprised because eventually I was going to do it, but to see it happen this early is kind of a bit upsetting. Like, I'm not 100% angry because this is just part of the game, but it's caught me way off guard, and she's had more time to prepare for this than I have. So, going into Tribal Council, I'm going to be worried, and I know for a fact Georgia will be worried because a fool would not be worried tonight, and Georgia ain't no fool. Hey Marissa. Hey Gavin, what do you want? Well, like, you probably don't 100% trust me, but I need your help. You've heard about your name being thrown around, right? Yeah, I've heard it. So, I just need you to vote for me, and then we may even have like a original Ulua Final Four. You know, I guess that works. I'll think about it. Okay, cool. So, for the first time since this game started, like, not once in this game have I had this much power. I hold all the power tonight. I can either play it safe, work with Gavin, Cassandra and Lexi, and take out Georgia, or I can play a little bit risky and potentially go to a tied vote and then a deadlocked vote, which nobody knows will happen, which could potentially cost my game. And do I play risky or not? That's just a big question. I prefer to play it safe, but I mean, like, if I play it safe and it works out in Gavin's favour, will Rob be angry at me? Which I don't want, because I'm starting to like Rob. A lot of questions going through my mind right now. Hopefully I make the right decision tonight. Welcome, you guys, to Tribal Council. First things first, we're bringing the members of our jury, Stephanie, Gordon and Jamie, voted out at last night's Tribal Council. Okay, Lexi. Yeah? You won your first immunity challenge of the season. Is that a good thing? Well, yeah. I mean, like, it has its pros and cons. Its pros is I'm safe. That's the major one. Its cons is that if one of the big threats are to go home tonight, does that mean I'm now painted as a big threat because I've won this thing? Hopefully not. Rob, do you think you're a big threat for winning 3 immunity challenges in a row? I mean, yeah, anyone who wins an immunity challenge is painted as a big threat. Ask Jason, he'd know. He won the first immunity challenge and then gets immediately voted out after losing one. So yeah, there's a high chance I could be going home tonight. Gavin, is Rob going home tonight? Well, I'm not going to immediately say it to his face if he was, so no. Is that a good thing to hear, Rob? I mean, like, you never know if someone's lying in this game. Like, I've heard some names come up, but I don't even know if they're right or not. It's Survivor. You just gotta go with your gut. Okay, with that, it is time to vote. Cassandra, you'll start us off. Georgia, let the best player win. Gavin, you've played a really well manufactured game. I've got nothing but the best of respect for you, mate. Good luck in the real world. I'll tally the votes. Person with the most votes must leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I read the votes. First vote, Gavin. Second vote, Gavin. That's 2 votes, Gavin. No votes anybody else. Third vote, Georgia. It's 2 votes, Gavin. 1 vote, Georgia. Fourth vote, Georgia. That's 2 votes, Georgia. 2 votes, Gavin. 2 votes left. Fifth vote, Gavin. That's 3 votes, Gavin. 2 votes, Georgia. 1 vote left. Sixth vote, Georgia. That's 3 votes, Georgia. 3 votes, Gavin, which means we are tied. We will go to a revote. I will give you some time to decide who it will be. I don't know about you, but I'm worried to think what will happen if this is another tie. Yeah, I mean, like, what happens if there's a deadlock? Well, do we do what the 4 in the Congo rainforest did and all vote for the same person? Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Okay, we'll re-vote. If the votes are tied, then the votes are deadlocked, and we will draw rocks, which means Gavin and Georgia will then become safe, and so will Lexi, and the other 3 will draw rocks to see who will go home. Okay, so that's what happens. Yeah. It's just the luck. It's the benefit of the luck. So, it is time to vote. Cassandra, you'll start us off. Take back the urn. Thank God we've come to a collective decision. I definitely don't want to go to Rocks. Okay, I will remind you, if the votes are tied again, we will go to Rocks. I will tally the re-votes. First vote, Georgia. That's 1 vote, Georgia. Second vote, Gavin. That's 1 vote, Georgia, 1 vote, Gavin. Third vote, Gavin. That's 2 votes, Gavin, 1 vote, Georgia, 1 vote left. 11th person voted out, and the 4th member of the jury, Gavin. Gavin, that's 3. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Damn, Georgia, you got me. Yeah, well played, man. Same with you. Bye, guys. Bye, Gavin. Gavin, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, after tonight, it's clear that you guys are still willing to make big moves. Will this continue? Only time will tell. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Good night. Let's all just take a moment to settle down. This tribal council is crazy, and honestly, I'm not angry about the result. I said in my voting confessional that, whoever wins tonight's vote between me and Georgia is the dominant player, and Georgia beat me, so, I can't be mad at that. I was going to do it eventually. I was going to try and get rid of her, and she started up early, and I guess she had a bit of a head start, but I still gave it my all, and I ended up losing. But, I prefer to get taken out in a strategic fashion than, what happened to Will, I guess. I'm not a strong man. I didn't really see a flaw in my plan at all. But yeah, again, I'm not angry about the result. Georgia played her best hand tonight, and it ended with me going home.